All right, my friends, today is December the 16th. It is Monday morning, a couple hours into the New York session. Let's do the market outlook and plans for the week ahead. Okay, so this week is unironically going to be a big week. I think this is the last important week of the year, so definitely have a lot to discuss today. First thing that we'll go ahead and address is that on Wednesday we have the FOMC. Per usual, you guys should know, I don't really care that much about these kind of events, but I know that other people do. I would basically say that there's, potentially going to be unwinds of positioning and stuff that are going to create tradable moments for us. So that's how I'm looking at that, right? It's not really affecting how I'm going to position or anything like that. I'm not really super interested in holding a whole lot of positioning outside of spot right now anyways. So, yo guys, hit that like and subscribe button for me. Appreciate it. FOMC week, you're going to hear lots of people yapping about it. At the end of the day, it's probably not going to matter too much. A lot of the kind of conclusions that they're going to come to are probably already predetermined. It's not going to change course for us, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and dive into the Bitcoin macro, right? We're obviously super bullish. So a few different things that I want to discuss. Firstly, kind of let's go big picture, and then we'll zoom in. So big picture, main focus is still thinking from a quarterly basis. I think that basically, we're kind of trying to survive right now until we get into Q1 of next year, and then we're probably going to see Q1 play out very similarly to how the last few Q1s have played out, so up until we get to Q2 where we expect chop. So that's basically how I'm expecting that to play out. So as it stands, things look really good on Bitcoin, and it looks like it's just a matter of time before we're going to see that next expansion wave. So as far as levels go, there are no real levels to work with. You just got to make shit up at this point. So I'm working with 120K, 100K, 150, 169 until I have levels that are developed from VWAP and from composite structuring and stuff. I'm just going to basically make levels up until I can have more concrete ones to operate off of. So basically what I'm thinking right now is that we're clearly have an obvious value shift upwards right now within this range. So to me, it's just a matter of time before we kind of eat up to 120K. From there, we'll probably build out another range. So basically that would be us, kind of trading up, building out some sort of chop up here, right? And then from there, make the determination of whether we're going to see continuation or not. It makes sense to bet on continuation just with the context that we have now because the trend is up. So it's basically always smart to just bet on the side of the trend. But one of my scenarios is that, us topping around here going into Q2. So basically we're either going to, top out here or maybe we see another leg up. I don't really see us getting too much higher than any of that stuff. But, unironically, you want to view this stuff level to level in the sense that we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves and be worrying about 250K targets and stuff like that, right? We have a lot more targets, that we need to conquer before then. So let's just worry about what's in front of us. So overall, the thoughts process is that I'm super bullish, right? I think 120K is kind of the next region that we're going to trade up to. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to medium time frame. So a few different things we want to discuss on medium time frame. Obviously, we have that larger range marked out, but this is, the more immediate range. When you're dealing with scenarios where you're building value and shifting up immediately, we're already at the point where this is probably going to be a third composite structuring that gets built up here, I would imagine, right? Which will probably continue to be shifting upwards. So it's almost difficult to, operate, with, determining what comp you should even be working with. So that's why I just do both, right? Both as in the little ones and then the overall one, right? It's just an easier way for me to view things instead of trying to make, a guess as to which one matters most. Okay, so what are my main thoughts on medium time frame? My main thoughts are obviously the value shift argument that we've been rambling about a lot. That's so obvious when we look at this stuff on the medium time frame. That's just classic triangle meme, right? Our highs aren't necessarily equal, which is actually even, more bullish, right? But just we clearly see demand for Bitcoin is extremely strong. Look at the attempt to dip today on the New York Open, immediately got gobbled up, right? And the beautiful thing is that that's coming from spot, right? Yeah, derivatives are trading this. Derivatives are honestly trading this more bearishly this morning than spot off my scans. So we'll get into a little bit of altcoin chat. So basically, none of these altcoins are doing well apart from a couple of Bitcoin beta coins like STX. My main focus for what I'm going to be doing right now, this week is going to be active perp trading. I do think that we're probably going to get some decent volatility this week. I think this is a really important week for us. So basically, if there is some sort of puke, reset on open interest, anything like that, I'm probably going to buy into it, but not with the intention of holding on to anything. I will be aggressively profit taking on that stuff. I really like to be aggressive with the profit taking on my perp trades too, just have some semblance of consistency with the perps, and then I can kind of stomach the randomness of the spot port as such. So that's pretty much where I'm at. I'm going to be scanning Spaghetti, looking for anything, that is interesting. Like right now, obviously like RWA is probably the only sector that has any interest right now. But yeah, I mean, apart from that, I still think, Solana doesn't look good on medium time frame, but, a lot of these coins don't look that great on mediums. But pretty much everything, I mean, is going to be weak on medium time frame. That's just kind of how she goes right now. But don't get too caught up in, oh, it's choppy right here, right? Like Pepe is one of the only things that Pepe looks pretty decent on medium time frame. Out of all my holds, this is probably the strongest right now. This picture can change quickly where Bitcoin looks good, right? Bitcoin probably can keep trading up. So all of a sudden we're going to get one green day on these things, and then the structure is going to look fucking phenomenal on them again. So that's pretty much it for me this week. I think I sprinkled a few pieces of useful information in this video today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions or anything, let me know. But yeah, big week ahead. A lot of times we say that sarcastically, but unironically, it's a big week right now. This is probably the last big week of the year for us. If something spicy doesn't happen this week, then that probably means we're going to be boring for the next 2 weeks until we get to 2025. So good luck out there, and I will see you guys soon. Cheers.